gotta snap into.
Snap into the shit.
Yeah.
We are rolling.
Oh Lord.
You're doing your. Oh shit. Shaking the donkey iced tea. That's all she ever needs. Now she's perked up, ready to go.
Ready to go.
What have you done since I last saw you and we saw We Live in Time?
I worked some more.
Yeah, it's only been a week.
Yeah, I just did a lot of working. That's about it, really. Got my nails done. Fixed my broken nail. That was a plus.
Yeah, that was a tragedy. You were suffering
For a week and a half with a broken nail. So unlike me.
Did you go to the Sabrina concert with a broken nail?
No, thank God.
that
would have been.
They would have cooked you, dude.
But I did go to the Shawn Mendes concert with a broken nail.
Well, those catty bitches aren't as bad.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like it's more gay men for Shawn Mendes.
Well,
I don't know.
a little bit of both, I guess. Sabrina and Shawn, but.
Oh yeah, the gay men definitely love Sabrina.
Lots of screaming girlies at the show.
Why couldn't you make it to Mystery Movie Monday? Because you had to work on Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
I think was the vibe.
Yeah, I had to go to the city.
Yeah, I went to Mystery Movie Monday at the old stomping grounds, which I think I need to go there less. It's tragic.
Why?
Because the drive is a solid 45 minutes, and the scary Delaware one's closer. I know I have trauma there, and it's not the best theater, but I don't know. I don't think making the drive twice a week is.
Maybe the stomping grounds is just for special occasion.
Yeah, I don't know. The theater experience wasn't too bad for this. Just this couple came in and they were about to sit in their normal seats. Then they're like, "Nah, let's go sit back there in the handicap seats."
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm just like, why wouldn't you just? And then I hear them get kicked out of those seats, and then they're about to come in my row, and they're like, "No, I don't want to deal with that." And then he just sat in their normal seats. Like, why wouldn't you just?
You pick your own seat, so why wouldn't you pick where you wanted to sit?
That's where I'm at with it, because
what
I pick the same seats every time, on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the lore of why I picked the end seat?
No.
Because people are fucking stupid, and I have had this incident so many times where people don't know how to read the numbers on the seats right, and they're always one over or whatever. And if I effectively pick the first or last seat of the row, I'll be like, and I've had it recently where I'm on the end seat and some dude's like, "Hey bro, I think you're in my seat," and without even speaking, I just look at him, point at my seat number, point at my thing, and just he fucking walks away. I'm like, yeah, that's why I picked the first or last seat, to avoid any confrontation. And it still happens because people are insane.
They don't know how to read.
But yeah, the mystery movie ended up being Your Monster, which is it was fine. It's a mystery movie, so I'm not mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it was heretic. Is that
I'm unsure how to say it. Heretic?
I guess heretic, maybe. I don't know. With Hugh Grant in it, that looks interesting. A24 creepy thing. I imagine he tried to go for a good role after his downfall in that Willy Wonka movie.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of the interviews, but apparently he was trashing it because he was like, "I fucking hated this." That sounded like the drum downstairs or something. What?
I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
Hopefully Milton's okay.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But oh my God, people don't know how to behave in movie theaters. It's
true.
It's actually insane. I don't understand how you can as the fucking adult have your phone on full brightness in the front row and act like we're not gonna kick your fucking head off.
Mm-hmm.
I can't deal with it. Anyway, it was Your Monster that I saw on Mystery Movie Monday, and it was fine. It was some sort of Beauty and the Beast type adaptation, but it nothing really happened. It is about this girl who moves back to her house after I think again she had cancer. That we've seen so many
Lord.
fucking cancer movies that are coming out.
What's going on?
I don't know. Oh yeah,
We're sicky.
Yeah, this is the allergy edition. So you're gonna hear some sniffling, some coughing. So we apologize to me who's listening to this. But yeah, that it was fine. I gave it like a 2.5. Like I didn't hate it, didn't love it. Like the end was fun, but that was like the only entertaining part of it. And like I kind of predict everything the whole way.
Yeah, but you're good at doing that in general.
Am I?
Yeah.
Do I usually call
yes.
it right? I feel like I'm usually wrong.
No, I feel like you're usually right, and you are. It'll be like 10 minutes into the movie. I know what's gonna happen. I'm calling it now.
Or I'll like side eye you when someone says something. I'm like,
that'll come up later.
Or like a classic MacGuffin. Like you'll like an object is introduced in a movie. Like, well, that's gonna come in handy. Like I think, what was it, like Evil Dead Rise? I'm sure you didn't see it, but like earlier in the thing, it shows homegirl. She's looking for her scissors. I'm like, we're gonna see them scissors later. How do you tell you? And we sure did. But yeah, honestly, there were some pretty good trailers for this mystery movie, and I'm very excited because I finally got to see this trailer. Because I heard someone I like on Letterboxd, he saw it like. Because he lives out in Los Angeles, so they get to see shit early out there. And this was like apparently his like favorite movie of next year, but it's called Mickey 17. It's like a sci-fi like space something. It looks crazy. I don't want to recount the whole trailer for you because blah blah blah. But it's like Robert Pattinson's the lead. Mark Ruffalo, who's the Hulk. The I don't think you watch Walking Dead, but like the Asian guy from that, he's in it. It looks very interesting. I'm very excited to see that. It's like a 24-1 maybe. I forget. The Order was the other one. Yeah. The Order. I think that was like a Nazi thing, like people beating up on Nazis. I'm not sure. It looked interesting. Could be hit or miss. Elevation. I think we might have saw the trailer where like they're like walking down a mountain and then they go past a thing and like there's monsters below 8,000 feet or something is like the vibe of it. And it's like the guy from the Marvel movies who plays he's now Captain America or whatever. I know you don't follow any of that.
Yes, but
garbage.
I remember asking you about it, so I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think you were like, it wasn't Chris Evans. I'm like, the lore.
Yes.
So Endgame happened.
Yes.
Well, I might drag you down that one day.
Oh Lord.
Well, to be honest, like there's some that you can just watch without you don't need to watch all 20 whatever the fuck movies. But like genuinely, like Endgame and Infinity War are great movies, and like I don't think I ever like experience like a hyped up movie like that in like a full theater. I haven't since really. Terrifier was like pretty crowded for what it was and stuff. But like I don't know, but people like anticipating like 20 years up to a build up or whatever.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's a thing. The Wolfman trailer looks okay. I've seen it a bunch.
We've seen that.
I'm sure I'll see it, but like it's nothing that I'm very excited about. I also went to the Ingrid Scarab show.
Slay.
Dude, Spelunky. I think that's where I got my little sniffles from because I think I got sniffy like right after that. But that was awesome. Ingrid's one of the best bands out currently if you're into hardcore and stuff like that. What? So I was at the Metallica Cave the other day having a conversation with somebody who I'm not going to say who, but like they had a show and they left early because people were moshing too hard.
Oh.
So you're not a typical hardcore show goer. You're starting to come with me and stuff. Like that's where I grew up and all that. But like what is your perspective on moshing from a like person who is not into metal and stuff like that? What do you think about moshing?
I mean, I think it just like that it comes along with that genre. And like for you to go to that show and like not expect people to mosh is bizarre. Or like, do you not want them to mosh to your band? Like, is that not your thing? That doesn't make sense to me. Meanwhile, there's bands that like stand on the stage and then tell people to run in a circle and go hard and do this and do that, and then you're gonna tell people you're moshing too hard. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
what?
it's a. I just put this down on the notes because like I wanted to get it from like I my perspective's different. I love violence. Regulated violence, mutual understanding.
Well, I mean, like, that's what I mean. Like,
I love that.
You're going to these shows and you know that that's going to be happening.
Yeah, I'm going to see Ingrown and Scarab so I can get kicked in the stomach and shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm there to get, but if you don't want to deal with that,
you stand in the back. Right.
Like there's like, if I've been going to shows long enough, like I know where to stand for how you want to experience the show. Do you want to hear everything great? Stand in the back middle. If you want to be in the shit, stand right up front. If you're fucking if you love this band and you're gonna beat ass, you run that bit. You run back and forth. But like, I don't know. I just don't like, even members of my band, like they're not into moshing and shit. Well, none of them really. I'm the only mosh proxy in my band. But like, I don't like. I don't care. I don't. Yeah, like I respect like you're letting loose. You're doing what you like. Doesn't matter. Like, it's cooler if you have style, and you're not just. I understand hating crowd killing and all that shit. But if it's tasteful and you look like a ballerina while you're doing it, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy watching it. I get a kick out of it. Makes me giggle sometimes. I'm like, oh.
And like, it is funny. It's funny. I get it. We're spin kicking. We're fucking doing cartwheels. It's silly. It's silly. If you put like dun, 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 over the it's funny. It's a funny thing. But that's the point. Like, we're not there to take each other seriously. Like, but
now, like,
also
if I was at a Shawn Mendes concert and people start spin kicking, I mean, slay, but like that's not the vibe.
Yeah, that's.
But when I'm gonna pull up to a hardcore show or a metal show, I'm gonna expect there to be moshing. And if I don't want to partake in that, then I step back.
Yeah.
I don't leave.
Yeah, especially if you're a band who's on that bill.
Right. That's just like disrespectful.
Crazy to me. Yeah. But he said like the owners were getting all persnickety about people going too hard. I'm like, but me and you were just at a Jesus Piece show there, and it was incredibly violent, and no one batted an eye.
Right.
And I went to a Four in Hand show in the room that they were playing in, and it was plenty violent. And no one batted an eye. Although they are stopping doing shows there, so maybe they're. Yeah, it's a little bit weird because like crazy spin kick show, then you walk in, there's like a band covering sticks and shit in the back.
Yeah, kind of bizarre.
Kind of a crazy vibe for a beach bar, but yeah, I just wanted to see.
Yeah.
Because like, when I first brought you to, what was the first thing like this is hardcore?
Probably started off big.
Yeah, well, that's like the end all be all for hardcore fests and shit. But like, what was your first well, like you've been to metal shows, you've been to Jerry's metal shows, but this was your first hardcore show.
Yeah.
What was your like? What did you feel?
I mean, I always find it funny. Like, and I don't know, maybe to some people that might be like offensive. Like, she thinks it's funny. I think it's funny watching everyone kick each other in the face and whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I enjoy watching it. Like, it's an art of its own. Watching these people like literally fly through the air. It's like
and
impressive.
Some people are fucking masterful.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a little fear in there. I make you stand in front of me.
And
because I'm not trying to get kicked in the head.
Typically, I'm gonna stand. Like, I'm not gonna push you in front.
Because I don't want to get kicked in the head. But I know going into those things, like, what I'm expected and what I'm expecting to see.
But, like, the things that make me crack up are like, the people who will get hit and then, like, start a fucking fight over it.
Right.
But, like I was saying, I kicked that big-ass dude, like I'm not sure where. I think he, like, pointed at his shoulder. I think I kicked him in. But, like, I saw that I kicked him, and we locked eyes later, and we smiled and dapped up, and like, damn, you got me good. And like, that's what we're there for.
Right.
That's what we're there for.
Now,
It's fun.
don't get me wrong.
I understand
I
it's stupid.
respect that. But, like, the people that make it seem purposeful, I will punch you in the mouth. Don't come swinging at me. And, like, I get it, too. Like, equal. I want to be in the pit, too. Like, I get it. But if I get kicked in the head because you decided to just throw yourself directly at me, I'm going to probably swing back at you.
Yeah. Like, the only time I ever, like, inflicted something on someone, because I told you about this, I was seeing Terror. And, like, my friend who's a girl was standing right here next to me, and as soon as Terror started, this dude turned around, like, locked eyes with her for a second, and then just socked her in the titty. Like, just, like, fucking socked her in the titty. And I just kicked him, and then Ben stuck... this kid, Ben, he just fucking jawed him for it. And I'm like, yeah, like, you don't punch a girl. Like, I saw you look in her eyes and punch her. I'm going to kick you in the chest.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Like, that... Can't rock with that. But, like, if you're just out there, like, having a good time, so be it. I'm here for it.
Oh my god. Do you feel like there was kind of like a consciousness shift after 2020? Like, do you feel like we're not in the same timeline? Like, does it feel like there was a shift after all that?
In what way?
I don't know. Everything feels different. Like,
I think a lot of things feel different because people don't know how to act anymore. Like, I don't know if that lockdown, what it did to people.
Yeah.
But, like, for sure with, like, concert etiquette alone, like, it's so much different now. Like, I feel like people have no respect for each other.
Yeah.
For other people. Like, just for anything. Like, they have no respect for the artists. They have no respect. Like, I don't know what it is, but concert etiquette in general just seems... so different after a pandemic.
Well, yeah. Who the hell were we talking to the other day? Who was at the Travis Scott show and he was showing me fit.
When we were at
Tinga, yeah. And he was just like, yeah, like they were warning that it was gonna be crazy, but like that's just insane. You're just like stepping over people to steal merch and that's like fucking
at
insane.
A giant stadium and you're gonna just jump behind the table and steal merch. What?
That's fucking insane. I don't like.
And the fact that he said he had already been waiting online for 2+ hours is insanity.
But like, that's the thing. Like, that's a big rap show.
Mm-hmm.
Hardcore, that ain't gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like, they all look scary, but they're all really nice. But like, they all kind of police themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like in those shows, like there's never really security or anything.
Right.
It's just like the two big homies on either side of the stage making sure no one's doing something stupid.
Right.
And they're usually in that alphabet group that our friend is a part of.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, you don't fuck with them because every other person there is with them.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's not you don't do that.
Yeah, don't.
But like, just in general, like everything just seems so like you pretty much just work from home. Was that like that before?
Strangely enough, for whatever reason, I don't know what the lore behind it is, but apparently even pre-pandemic, like my job was work from home, and they used to go in, I think, maybe 3 days. Maybe it was only one day. Honestly, it may have only been one day, but like, I mean, in the pandemic, I worked in retail and I worked in a restaurant. So that was strange. And like, just like the way people talk to each other too is strange.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's things like maybe before that you just like not bat an eye at, or if you did bat an eye at it, you just mind your business. But all of a sudden people feel entitled to question you about things. Like, I feel like working in retail when masks were a thing. Don't get me wrong, even to this day, if I feel like someone on the subway is disgusting, I always have a mask with me and I will put it on. Like,
that's fair.
I'm just weird with sickiness.
Yeah, people are like coughing near me. I understand. Like,
you know what
wanting
I
to
mean?
rock a mask. Yeah.
Right. So I have one with me most times just because if someone is disgusting, I'm going to put a mask on. Just for myself, because like, I don't want to get sick, you know? But even like working in a restaurant, people would come up to us, and for a long time, we were required to wear one. Like, coming in, so be it. You wanted to wear one, cool. You didn't, cool.
Well, bro, the first time we hung out, that kid just crop dust in the whole restaurant with like little kid cough. But
yeah, it was disgusting. But like, I used to have people while I would be like walking them to their table, and this was still during time when like they were telling us you have to have a mask on, like it's just like a sanitary thing, like whatever. And I would be walking people. I was a host, and I would walk people to the table, and they made it so that we had to talk to them. Like our job was to talk to them as we walked them to the table. And they'd be like, why do you have a mask on? I don't know, because I first of all have to. Second of all, because I felt like it. Like, mind your damn business. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's just stupid things, even like that. Like, why did you have to comment on it? Keep it to yourself. What does it matter?
Like, I understand not wanting to be like a sheep or whatever.
Right.
But like, for instance, like I was flying, so we flew to LA or whatever. So like me and the whole band went, and you had to wear a mask in the airport at that time. And like, we're fucking on a plane, and like, homie keeps like fucking having it down. Like, bro, if you get us kicked off this fucking flight because you won't put your mask on, like, it doesn't make a fucking difference. Who cares? Just put it on. Shush. But like, I understand it being annoying, but
that's funny too, because like, even pre-pandemic, like, I know a lot of people that would wear a mask on a plane just because you're in such a confined space, and it's like, you don't know where people are coming from or going from, or like, you don't know the person sitting next to you half the time. So a lot of people I know would travel with a mask. Right. But I don't know. Just in general, I feel like people are less maybe filtered. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know. In that sense, I feel like people will just do and say whatever they want since the pandemic, which is sometimes bizarre behavior.
Well, they're all like kind of in their own world now. Well, like, movie theaters have fucking fallen since the pandemic. Like, people are insane. I forget what. Well, like the worst one was when I went to see God. That was the first time I like angrily walked out of a movie.
Yeah.
And there was like fucking 30 minutes left, but like this was like the most insane. Nice. This is the most insane fucking movie experience I've ever had. It was. I was going to see the new Godzilla -1 or whatever, and there was like dudes talking to my right. People like a old couple in the front who had like the fucking quadruple family size tortilla chips. They're like, oh god, like the dude behind me fell asleep and was snoring.
Oh my god!
And then the fucker all the way up top had a chihuahua in the goddamn movie theater. A chihuahua. And like he started getting antsy and probably had to go get let out or something. So he walks out with like a whining chihuahua. And then he comes back and sits directly in front of me.
Oh my god!
And then the thing starts whining, and I'm like, oh my god! I've had peace with everything else that was happening. Like, I understand. Like, just the other day, I fucking had a burger and I was unraveling it. I'm sure I was being annoying, but like a fucking chihuahua, bro.
Yeah.
But like, so he comes back in and he's like sitting in front of me in like the handicap seats because there's not that many people there. But still, dude, come on. And you're petting your little chihuahua, and then he gets a phone call. Ringer on. Chihuahua whining. Answers the fucking phone.
Oh my god.
Hey, I'm in the movies. What's up? Starts having I got up. I went. And I fucking walked out.
That happened to us too, and we went to New York and we saw Monkey Man, and it was literally us and 2 other people in this whole giant theater. And one of the guys answered the phone, and he was like, "Hey, I'm in the movies right now." Don't answer the phone. Text them.
Walk to the fucking hallway if it's like a fucking thing, man. Like, Jesus Christ.
Like, I don't know. I think people are just so unhinged.
It's insane. Like, fucking homie. I went to see Terrifier 3. The fucking dude next to me in the Stevie Ray Vaughan hat and the germs patched fucking leather vest. I'm like, this guy might be neat. Shit. But no, like, he's fucking watching all the trailers. Then as soon as like the credits start rolling for the movie to begin, he gets on his phone full brightness, just fucking looking up shit. Then he puts it in the cup holder, so every time that fucker lights up, it's pointing right at me at full brightness. And then he just every time Art the Clown is not on the screen, he picks up the phone and gets back on at full brightness, like right, I'm like, bro, I'm right fucking here. And then like I got like the fourth time he did, I went, and he got up and left.
He knew he was about
Because
to
I was gonna,
spin
I was gonna fucking throw about, dude. I can't.
Yikes.
I can't. But yeah, before we get into the movie, one last thing. I went and saw Let's Start a Cult with Stabby Boy, and there was actually a lot of people in there I knew. I was like, oh shit. The guy who hosts the Bonfire now, I forget his name. He's kind of funny. Like a bunch of comedians were in it. It was pretty funny. It's about Stabby Boy is like he was in a cult, but he's like a little shithead. So like the cult leader's like, hey, why don't you go mail this tape? And then he's like, let's fucking transcend without him. Let's go kill ourselves in the basement without him. But like, plot is like he fucking the dude didn't really kill himself, and he like Stabby sees a news report and there was only 5 people there. He's like, but there were 6. And they said they're looking for the guy in the middle, and like he like finds him, and he finds him. He's like, I couldn't transcend without you. And then they're like, let's start a cult, and they're redoing their cult. It's kind of funny. I laughed more than I thought I would.
What did you rate it?
I gave it a 3.
It's
not too bad, not too great, but I had a fucking horrible day that day.
Yeah.
So like having a few chuckles was nice. That's why I gave it a 3. It cheered me up. I did walk in late because I thought it was 7:30, but it was 7:20. And it was like a limited release, so they don't really show trailers, I guess.
Okay.
So I walked in late. I was like, damn. But I had a good time. New theater I've never been to in Burlington, I think.
Unlocked a new Regal?
Yeah, it was like vintage. The guy who scanned my ticket was packing a piece. That was strange. I haven't had that yet. Where like the security guy who's strapping's like scanning my ticket for me.
Kind of bizarre.
Yeah, like I've been to, like the New York theaters and they have security, but I've never had like him be the guy.
I always laugh when they ask if they could check our bag. We open it up, full snacks, full beers.
Word, there's no gun, sick.
And they're like, okay, come on in.
But yeah, it was pretty good.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I had some steak.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, we watched Scooby-Doo separately.
Yeah.
So this was fun. Returning to this. So I had it. So like, my rating's kind of biased. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the whole year in. 30 minutes in. The whole year in.
Shit's about to get rad.
Let's talk about this fucking movie.
Right.
I do have nostalgia goggles on for this because I used to watch this movie as a kid a lot. But honestly, kind of holds up. I had a lot of fun. Oh, what do you got? Well, you can start us off.
All right. So, for starters, Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, that was one of my notes. Yeah, is that
Where did she come from?
And she has like a line or something.
I
What did I say? Is that fucking Pam Anderson? Question mark! Exclamation point.
Literally, what mine says: Pamela Anderson? Question mark! Exclamation.
Is that fucking Pamela? Yes, it was. And they're like yeah, it's just like a warehouse full of her dolls. Like,
it was like a toy
Barbie
or
dolls.
whatever.
Yeah, like they're like that's why she was. But why did she herself pull up? That's weird.
I don't know. It was weird.
But like, it's a kids movie, and isn't she like only a porn star?
I believe.
So that's crazy. Off the bat.
Yeah. So that was my first point. I was like, okay, maybe you can go because I was supposed to look up the definition of my next point, and I forgot to do that. So.
All right. Frankie Prinz walked so Ryan Gosling could run and be Ken. Because this is proto Ken right here. Like ascot and all, dude. One thing. Okay. Have you ever seen Without a Paddle before?
I have not.
It's like Matthew Lillard. Like I think that's his like swan song. I think. Besides Scream. Oh, dude, he's been in some good shit. I'm not sure, but one of my things that everything goes wrong and Velma falls and she's hanging upside down and you can clearly see there's like things holding her skirt up so it doesn't fall along with her shirt. So I'm like, that's funny. Yeah. Like you can clearly see it. What would you have to look up?
So this happens slightly after that. This is once they're like split up already.
Yeah.
And they're hanging out in their little weed van, which ends up not being smoking weed. They're like cooking burgers or whatever.
Very dangerous to be cooking inside of a van.
Yes, and
But
then
it has
someone
proper
like
ventilation, whatever.
the guy knocks on the door to give them the Spooky Island invitation.
It's very much like a raid.
And they're like, "Oh, we can't do it because these are the things we stay away from." And he starts listing all the things that he stayed away from. And he was like, "Yeah, hydrocolonic is another thing we stay away from." And I was like,
yeah,
"What?"
I have that here.
And I was like,
'Cause-
"What?"
'cause- yep.
So, also known as colonic irrigation, the procedure that involves washing out the colon
Yep, that's right
to
here.
remove fecal matter.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
like, "Is that what that means?"
Absolutely.
Yep.
But before I get to that, I do have the same thing basically. Obligatory. How the fuck do you say that word? Skateboarding bit in the early 2000s movie. It was awesome. In the warehouse. Scooby and Shaggy are ripping it up on
They
like
were
a.
slaying.
I wonder who did that. I wonder who is the skateboarder. Probably Tony Hawk or something. Wouldn't doubt it. But yes, the in your face weed and butt flushing jokes is what my note was.
Yeah.
Which would be the hydrocolonic. We stay away from that. But also, one, there was the weed innuendos with the coming out the roof of the van, and he's like, "We gotta scram, dude! They're after us." But then they're on the plane, and he gets introduced to Mary Jane. And he's like, "Mary Jane, that's like my favorite name." I'm like, "Yeah, it's right there."
Yep.
Yeah, I love this movie. Also, Spooky Airlines, fucking insane.
Yeah.
Margarita bar on the fucking thing. Just people going wild. Mrs. Doubtfire Scooby. Mrs. Doofire.
Yeah, that was my next point. Scooby
Serving.
in a dress, slaying. Dump truck.
The original, he's not real. He's not real.
Yeah, he slayed. Scooby slayed in the dress.
Barking at the kitty, though? How dare you?
Yeah.
Don't eat the kitty. Did he eat the cat? You don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know, dude. But yeah, Spooky Airlines, crazy.
Pretty slay.
And then, so the skateboarding bit and the weed and butt flush jokes were my slays of the. And then Act 2 begins, and they come to Spooky Island.
Yes.
Iconic crystal ball or disco ball.
Yes.
Skull. I want that in my room. I would
seen
love
someone
that.
remake it on
Yeah.
TikTok. Pretty cool.
It's very neat. Mr. Bean,
That was my next point.
fucking goat, dude.
I'm like, what's he doing here?
Mr. fucking Bean,
Mr.
dude.
Bean.
Mr. Bean rules. And did you like catch like some of the shit he was saying when he was in like the big, like before Mr. Bean emerges from like the big that sounded cool. He's like, come on, come see this and the electric torture parade.
No.
Yeah, he said the electric torture parade, and I'm like, I would love to know what's up with that. Electric torture parade in a kids movie.
Yeah.
Crazy. This movie's fucking crazy. It's goofy as hell, but
the more and more I think about it, it's really not a kids movie.
it's not. It's James Gunn. He slipped his shit. Like I saw Brody watch this the other day too. He's like, James Gunn slipped his fucking shit in this movie, in this kids movie.
Yeah.
The next what?
My next point makes me laugh.
Go ahead. Is it probably the quote that like defines me? That was what I was looking at. Crane machines are a worthless talent. 'Tis
I immediately started laughing because I thought of you.
Yep, it's me.
She's like, "Oh, no one's ever won me a headless doll or whatever it was before."
A shrunken head.
A shrunken head. Oh my god.
Which is awesome. I want a shrunken head.
You won me a Tay-Tay.
Dude, that thing's terrifying.
She's so scary. You can make her bald. Just
Hell
like,
yeah.
I don't know if you've seen at Five Below, they sell Wednesday dolls, and everyone has been making her bald. The same way we make Tay-Tay bald.
I have not seen that, but that's exciting. But those dolls are cursed, dude. The Taylor doll is in my van still. I think
Yeah.
it's creepy as fuck.
She's pretty scary. Apparently, she's one of a kind.
Yo, so like, there's not one of a kind. There's fucking 50 million.
Okay, but like,
but,
no one else in the boardwalk was
But
making
yo, like,
them.
what if I pulled up to a Tay-Tay show and was just like,
She'd be like, "What is that?"
oh my god,
I gotta sue those people at
Jesus
Wildwood.
Christ.
You have
Oh
to
my
show it to
God.
her bald.
But Yo, what kind of fucking ride is this castle thing? It's such a safety hazard. Everything is just there to kill you.
Down.
I see that, but how is that ever a thing? Like, the thing goes right into fucking swords.
Well,
Daphne almost got fucking shish
point,
kebab, brother.
I guess that was the point. Also, who was the little man, the little person that was controlling the ride?
Well,
did we ever find out who he was?
I don't. I think he kind of does get away, huh?
Like, why is he?
Because
he
like hits. He's like the behind the scenes. He's like the wizard behind the fucking
the ride and everything that's going on there. But the magic of the ride. But what was?
But I did it like after like the reveal that comes later. I had a lot of questions, but it like this kind of does like tie up all their loose ends. But I don't remember if you do see the little man later.
I don't know.
Because he always hangs out with the big wrestler guy. Mm-hmm. Which why the fuck is he?
Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of questions about a lot of things in that movie, but I don't know.
I don't really ask questions because I enjoyed this a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, the castle scene was awesome. The peeping midget, crazy.
And in the castle, when things go awry and the ride starts riding, did you notice, I was giggling, did you notice that the food wall that Scooby and Shaggy get
pussies?
Yes, they were like vagina with teeth.
Yeah?
And then
it was very The Thing. I think I had that in here.
Out of the vagina teeth came a tiny teeth, which is like alien pee-pee.
Yeah.
Scary.
Well, yeah, that shit was dope. Like, but it reminded me, it looked awesome. The practical effects are sick. I love that. It reminded me of The Thing. Like, it looked a lot like, I don't think you've seen it, but like The Thing, there's a scene where like the homeboy's chest opens up. It's crazy. It spoils. But it reminded me of that. That's what it looked like. So I love that.
Yeah, I was laughing.
What I had next was the Hellraiser MacGuffin. Like the box. The Daemonitis is what it's called. Mm-hmm. Like it's straight up a Hellraiser box. Mm-hmm. I know you haven't seen it, but for me, I'm like, ooh. It's and it's a MacGuffin. You know what a MacGuffin is?
That is going to come later.
That is a object that you need to forward the plot.
Mm-hmm.
So like, the Goonies have that little thing, the whatever MacGuffin. Mm-hmm. Fucking the Lord of the Rings have the stupid ring. Whatever. I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I don't know.
Me either.
Yeah, but like that's what a MacGuffin is. Mm-hmm. A like plot centric item that you need to get to the end of the movie, essentially. Mm. But it was, that was my slight of that act because it's literally looks just like the Hellraiser box. Very cool. I enjoyed that. And it like tried to trap her in the thing. Triangle of Death.
It was so funny because she 100% was not getting through, and then it just pans to the other side and she just manages to get through. Also,
classic, like this was like the forefront of like a legendary meme. Are you challenging me? When he's just ripping ass in front of Daphne. Oh.
Yeah, we burp and fart like that.
But like that's like a legendary fucking like memes from years ago. The Scooby or the Shaggy, are you challenging me? Mm-hmm. And the classic Scooby-Doo hiding bit in the see, I told you. Mm-hmm. The night armor and shit. Classic Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, that was funny.
Love that. And then he farted and it sounded crazy. Mm-hmm. Dude, farts are never not funny.
Never not funny.
Classic. I saw you reading over there. What you got?
I only have one more point that I made to write down. And we already slightly touched upon this yesterday. So they get possessed.
Yes.
And then they all, they're getting put back into each other's bodies, and then they get put into their own body.
But, they all, so like, I can't really fault I know they're just trying to make Velma look sexy, which Linda Cardellini is gorgeous. Mm-hmm. So like, I get it. But like, everyone kind of does look like when they wake up and they like run into them, they all kind of do look swagged out or whatever. Mm-hmm. So like, maybe that's like they're supposed to be possessed or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, Velma just gets hot for one scene.
Literally.
And like has her real hair. Has her real hair. Mm-hmm. Like straightened hair. Has no glasses on. Low cut, big old titties out.
Like.
And like doing some crazy like when the soul thing and she's going like she's like kind of like pulsating. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ.
But then she immediately goes back to normal.
Yeah, like as soon as she gets unpossessed, she like, where'd you get the sweater from? Like,
I was so
like did she
confused.
bring?
I was
like did she bring alternate fits or like?
I like for that
Wild.
moment, I was confused.
When did she change?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. I was like, what's going on here?
because do they all go back to their normal fits, or is it just her?
I thought that they did.
I
didn't
don't
even
know.
recognize that anyone else changed except for her.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, why'd she just get hot all of a sudden? Holy shit, she doesn't have the shitty bowl cut anymore. She's just
Yeah, it was bizarre. I was a little confused.
It's wild. Also, and then there's like a flashback scene that's another kind of MacGuffin because it's like foreshadowing who the real villain is.
Mm-hmm.
So like they flash to they're driving through the desert in the van, and Scrappy-Doo goes all R. Kelly puppy power on Velma, starts peeing on one of them.
Daphne, yes.
And she's like, "You're peeing on." He goes, "Ooh." He like does like some weird shit. I'm like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Going R. Kelly mode, and then this is where it turns because technically, in my eyes, Mr. Ink's kind of the villain. You abandon a puppy in the desert.
He's not a puppy though. They said that.
Still, he's a dog.
I know.
You abandon a dog in the desert.
Yeah.
They're the villains.
Yeah.
So his revenge is, I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have questions, but I don't. We'll get there. But fuck yeah, he goes R. Kelly. They abandon a dog in the desert. That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
In the desert, there's no water out there for the boy.
Mm-hmm.
What if I put Lemmy out in the desert?
No.
That's sad. Exactly.
It's sad.
So
Boy.
fuck them.
Yeah.
Just because he peed like puppies pee.
But he's not a puppy.
Oh, all dogs are puppies.
I guess.
He's a boy.
I know.
Exactly. The demon reveal. They're just like bad CGI bunny demons or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of weird.
Like, yo, why? That's like that's kind of where
Also, like,
this is where
looking. I don't know.
the dragon looking.
They look kind of like dragon bunnies.
Yeah, I could see it, but
Like
they're for sure
gargoyles.
supposed to be bunnies because like they do the bit where he's like monster and like the bunny comes out. He's like ho ho ho.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like that's kind of where they lost some points for me because the CGI bunnies don't really hold up.
Yeah, everything else looked pretty good.
Although it was comical because like they like slapstick demons getting fucked up. They go Liam Payne off of the
No.
because Scooby and whatever they just like bounced off it, but they just fucking
Fell right through.
Classic bit.
Yeah.
Anything
find
you liked
out.
about it?
The sun shrivels him.
Classic vampire bit.
Mm-hmm.
The weird voodoo guy with the chicken and shit.
Yeah, he doesn't
Strange.
they made it seem like he played a part and he played not much at all.
Not really. Well, he pointed her in the direction of the castle, but also told her not to go there. But she's like, haha, you want me to go there.
But you don't want me to go
It's
there. So I'm gonna go there, but you don't want me to go there.
Evil Sugar Ray. He got the wonky eyes.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Why is the Coast Guard demons too? Because why'd they like evilly laugh and then like get back to work?
I think whoever they called was in on it and maybe wasn't the actual Coast Guard because after they solve the mystery, then like the actual Coast Guard seems to show up or the actual police or whatever. So I feel like whoever they were able to get through to.
I guess, but like how like spoilers, but how is Scrappy-Doo getting all these connections?
I wish I knew.
Anyway,
they tied up Mr. Bean and he came out and he was stinky.
Whoa, that's
Whoa.
we'll get there. But that answers my question though. Cuz like my question was like where the fuck did Scrappy-Doo get all the money to buy an island, build a whole amusement park? Like, oh, the guy was real. He just kidnapped them and
yeah.
But how did he clone? Like, where did he get all this lore from? Like,
yeah, I don't
there's
know.
a lot of unanswered questions, truly.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Okay, but to be fair, wasn't it like a 2-year span? Yeah,
Was it?
I think.
Well, yeah. Like,
they were not a group anymore for like 2 years or something.
Yeah.
So he had time to figure out the lore.
And plus, that was before that too. Because they kicked him out the van, like,
Right.
who knows how long before.
Right. So he had time to gather the lore.
Yeah, there's always.
I knew that was going to be it.
But there's more.
I told you we needed more glitter.
Got you, fam. That one's for you.
Thank you.
Shout out Dinkle. That's next week, yo. We
so
get to watch
excited.
Trolls. We'll get there. We'll talk about it in a minute. We're almost done here. Because I did love the quad chase when they steal the quads.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And Mary Jane smacks her dome, and Scooby's like, "Oh, yo, that's a fucking demon. You gotta get the." And Scooby's like, "Back off! You mama eats cat poop." Gangster fucking talk. I found that fun.
Excuse me.
But apparently, Why Did Possess Velma Show Boobs / Change Hair and was after that, so we can backtrack a little bit. But yeah, quad chase reveal dope, titty awesome, love the titty. Also, okay, I don't know if you noticed this, probably not, because I was just like, So they all changed bodies, right? And Daphne is Fred, and Fred is Daphne, correct?
I believe.
So, Daphne walks up, but then Fred walks up as Daphne, but holding Daphne's purse. How did Fred get Daphne's purse? Like, I get it, like, it's supposed to symbolize that she, but like, why does Fred have Daphne's purse?
I don't know.
Holes.
Yeah.
Holes in the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny. Because, like, I get it, she's supposed to, but wouldn't she have her own fucking purse?
Yeah.
Because the soul ain't rocking around with the handbag, I don't think.
True.
You know? Also, Scooby being a pure soul. That's cute. It's adorable. He's the pure soul.
He was so excited to be the sacrifice.
Yeah, he's like, they love me. He's silly.
He didn't know.
The Mr. Bean heel turn. Because we didn't get yet reveal that, you know, the heel turn was sick. Let's get jinky with it. Go to let's get jinky with it. Hilarious. Shaggy throwing bows at the fucking
that was so funny. That was funny.
Throwing bows, dude. It was awesome.
Knocked him out.
What do you got?
That's it.
I got more notes.
Listed all my points.
Well, we're basically this is reviewing a movie, so I'm taking you through the whole thing. Let's get jinky with it. Go to the Scrappy-Doo robot reveal. Crazy. So that's when I had the question of how in the fuck did Scrappy-Doo afford all this and gather all this fucking lore and learn about demons that are on the Damon Writers? Where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, why is it in a random room and not on his chest or whatever? I don't know. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
The Melvin Dew callback was really funny. Don't you mean Melvin Dew?
Yes, that was funny. That was funny.
Classic. Love a callback. The Demon Scrappy fight montage was pretty dope. Also, like, Demon Mary Jane shows up and shotguns a hit into Shaggy's mouth. He goes, like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, is Mary Jane blowing a hit into his face? It's right there in your fucking face. Pretty funny. Daphne beats ass, dude.
She did,
beats the convenient top rope. Like, everything's metal and then there's a convenient top rope for...
Listen, she said she was a black belt.
And he's a Mexican wrestler or whatever. So that's cool.
I liked when he was on the vent and then she pushed him through.
Fuck yeah.
She slayed.
Fred lets Velma take credit. Daphne handled herself. Everyone kind of has an arc. So that's how a story fucking works. So it's kind of good. It's a good movie.
I enjoyed it.
My questions were answered by Mr. Bean emerging after 2 years in a dungeon. How the fuck did he live down there? Did he get fed or?
I have no idea.
And like
he was looking scraggly.
And he's just like in like was seemingly a dark hole with no holes in it, like just under, like where were they? Like is that
like
the castle?
No, remember there was it looked like where they filmed Survivor, where there was like a bonfire and tiki thing, and then they went inside.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a cave in there.
That dude rips piano.
Yeah.
Fucking nails it. But yeah, Solid movie. I
had
gave it a
fun.
4.
I also gave it a 4.
But there could be nostalgia goggles. I'm sure they're on for both of us here. But everything kind of resolves. It's like a fun movie.
And I have seen it before, obviously.
I've seen it so many times.
And I was excited to watch it again. So I thought that it deserved the 4.
Yeah. And like everyone who I follow on Letterboxd who's like watched it recently kind of rated it kind of the same.
Mm-hmm.
Brody gave it a 3.5, and the other Hobie gave it a 3. So all kind of in the same realm.
Valid.
Yeah.
Maybe more of a 3.5 than a 4, but I gave it a 4 because probably the nostalgia.
Yeah. You got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed this.
Yes.
So next week, what are we doing?
We're watching Trolls.
I'm so excited I might bust a
Oh my god.
Dude, the cage drops, they're never ending. I'm gonna get so many.
Yeah.
I'm gonna if I actually like try, I could just get drops from each movie we watch and hit a thing. Cause
Shit's about to get rad.
that's from our last movie, that one that's going up tomorrow in our current time. So usually we would like pick
Off the wheel.
Yeah, so would you rather there be 4 or 5 on the wheel?
I think 4.
Yeah, 4. I felt like that made more sense. But that's how we're typically gonna pick our movies, I think, through the magic wheel.
Something special.
So there is something special coming. And what is November 4th? Is that what
I believe you told me it's the
8th
8th year anniversary of Trolls. And I don't remember what episode it
every
was.
time we say the T
time
we say the T word, I'm gonna drop it. That one's staying forever.
I think it's episode 2 that I dropped my lore about Trolls.
Is it your number 1? Is it on Letterboxd?
On Letterboxd, it may be. I love Trolls. I love a good animated kids movie. Sometimes they tug at your heart the right way. And there's just something special about Trolls.
Yes.
It's got something for everyone. And I love it.
I'm excited to revisit it because me and you have watched it a few times over the last year, maybe 2 years since we've. It's probably been a year.
Only a year because
we're new. We're
okay. We're late to the troll game.
We're late. We understand. It's because the new one came out, and it probably was me who suggested it.
Because I have a friend who has posted about Trolls being her comfort movie for a while, and I was always like,
now that person's
I've
you.
never seen it, and now it's me. I love Trolls. So that's what happened. The third one was in theaters, and we were like, oh. The third one's out. We should try to watch the other 2 so that we could see the third one in theaters, and we never made it in time to see the third one in theaters.
And it's kind of crazy because Trolls doesn't have great reviews.
And it's so rude. I don't know why.
I think it's because they dropped the ball and they don't promote Dinkle enough.
I agree.
My dog, he's the star of the show.
It's true.
He's why I'm here.
It's true.
The reason I'm so excited to watch these is for these moments.
I do love Mr. Dinkles.
But like, I'm gonna have to fill this with Trolls drops next week.
Yeah.
Fucking make you lose your mind. Dude, I was like looking up clips today, and I was like, what can I load on this fucking thing? Or was it last night, 2 nights ago? I forget. I don't know. I was up late putting fucking.
Shit's about to get rad.
I can't wait to watch that movie. It's so dumb. But that's like a speech. He lost a testicle. He's like, if I told you a year ago I'd be standing here after losing a goddamn testicle.
I love when he yells.
It makes him him. It fills me with joy.
So yeah.
So Trolls is gonna be next week. That's you. Like you're taking the reins on that episode. You're gonna have to prepare some shit.
Okay.
Do you have any bits?
We might. I don't know.
Carrot, like, did you look up anything to do on this one?
No. I mean, we could do a Cage quote, but.
Well, we already know our next one,
right?
So, which is going to be gone in 60 seconds. That's going to be our Cage corner of November.
Yes.
Which It kind of feels like a fall movie, so that's lovely. I think it is like a fall movie.
Perfect.
I don't know. It gives fall.
The wheel picked right.
Yes. I love that movie, so I'm very excited to watch it. But next week, November 4th, it's going to be our Trolls review.
I can't wait.
Iconic. Like, we started this pod at the right time because we can get the heavy hitter out the way first. Dude, we could do a Trolls month, technically.
Don't even, because we'll do it.
Because the third one came out on November 17th, I think.
My God.
Of last year.
Mm-hmm.
2023. So, Halloween, we're going to go see Nora.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we could do that one for the second week.
Yeah.
Because I hear a lot of great things about that, and I'm very excited to go see it. And we're gonna go see it in a new theater. I've never been to this. It's the Enemy, but it's the only place I can find a showing.
Yeah, I don't understand.
They've been beating us over the head with this trailer,
I know.
and they're making it so hard for me to find it. Like Regal's doing me dirty on that. Like I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, nowhere around us is playing it except for New York, which is
it's
a hassle to get there.
But like Philly is a little bit easier. At least I could just park in a parking lot right there and just. It's like in the fashion. I think I walked past it when I went to this venue called the Milk Boy. Shout out to Philadelphia. I saw this band called Sweat there. They're cool.
Cool.
Anything else, sweetheart?
No, I think that's it.
We're gonna have some fun shit this month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should try to figure out what we're gonna do. Next week's gonna be Trolls, and then I think Nora we're gonna do for the second week. How many
Maybe Trolls again.
We'll hit the wheel. You can put it on the wheel.
Okay.
We have to do one wheel this week. Because the last week of the month has to be gone in 60 seconds.
Correct.
I'm so excited. Angela, that's kind of a stacked movie. There's a lot of people in it. I forget his name, but he always looks nervous. He is like a crinkly head. He's smoking a cigarette all the time. I don't know. But Trolls is going to be lit.
Can't wait.
I told you we needed more glitter.
Goodbye.